Hey folks, this is Gabe, Security.org, and today I'm going to go over my review of Atlas VPN. Now, Atlas VPN is relatively new to the game. They were established in 2019 and have already made it to our top 10 best VPNs. So let's dive in and see how they've come this far in so little time. Now, one way they've been able to come so far so quickly is that they have a really good freemium model. So they have a free version of their app, their VPN, that works for a lot of people. And I think that has helped them to gather over 6 million users in just 3 years. However, you'll see from today that their premium model, so something you have to pay for, actually brings a lot to the table and gives you a lot of bang for your buck. So let's start with what we like to begin. Now, of course, if you want to see a full comprehensive review of all of the things I'm going to go over today, head on over to Security.org. We're going to have a full breakdown of everything written out so you can see it visually and not just hearing my voice. Though I guess you are kind of seeing it visually here too. One last thing before I dive in, I do want to point out that Atlas VPN was purchased by our number one VPN, NordVPN, so they definitely have that going for them as well. Now, to begin, we have to talk about the affordability elements. Yes, they have a great free option, but they just have a generally affordable VPN to begin with various subscription options. So if you're thinking about making that premium jump, which you probably should, you're gonna know that you're not spending too much money for a really valuable asset to your digital security library. Now, too, they have amazing access to various streaming titles and libraries. So, you know, you've got Paramount out there and Peacock and CBS and Netflix and Hulu. And I'm not going to say that every single one of these worked, but a number of them did work. So I'm not going to miss my favorite shows no matter where I happen to be in the world. So let's go ahead and dive into those extra little features that Atlas VPN brings to the table that I think really gives you another level when it comes to just any old run-of-the-mill VPN out there. Safe Swap. Now, Safe Swap does more than just change out your IP address. It actually gives you a rotating IP address. So essentially, this is to make it difficult for you to be tracked online when it comes to whatever you're doing. So instead of having one static IP address in one space, you're gonna have multiple IP addresses as you go about your business on the internet. And finally, I want to talk about Tracker Blocker. This one's really exciting. Now, Tracker Blocker basically prevents injections from third-party sites or whatever from tracking you around the web. So one, it helps, of course, that last point of keeping you safe and not let people track you around, but that also helps to prevent malware and spyware from various ads and all types of things that just clutter up our interface and our experience on the internet. Briefly, in every feature section, I talk about encryption, and basically that's just to check the box to ensure they have AES 256 encryption, and boom, that box is checked when it comes to Atlas VPN. Now, when it comes to encryption, that's generally pretty standard across VPNs. What is not as standard is what protocols are being used. So typically you'll see something like OpenVPN, and that's kind of like the base for VPN. Atlas VPN, interestingly enough, does not provide OpenVPN. So if you're a TCP UDP fan, that's not gonna go. That's not gonna happen with Atlas VPN. Instead, they have IPsec and they have IPv2. And what's really interesting is they do have my favorite, which is WireGuard. So if you're a fan of WireGuard, they do provide that. That's going to be one of your options. And it's what I'm running because who, doesn't want to be able to stream 4K really quickly with WireGuard. Now, to talk about the remaining features for Atlas VPN, it'd be helpful to talk about the distinction between free and premium, or lack of distinction in a lot of cases. For example, when it comes to a network kill switch, you get that with the free version and the premium version of Atlas VPN. Additionally, when it comes to simultaneous connections, so the ability to have more than one device, you have unlimited simultaneous connections with Atlas VPN. So it doesn't matter if I'm on my iPad, at the same time I'm on my phone, at the same time on my Windows computer, at the same time on my Mac that's over there. I can use all of them at the same time with both free and premium versions of Atlas VPN. Now, where we begin to see a difference between the two versions, especially with something important, is split tunneling. So split tunneling gives you the ability to be on a public and private network at the same time. And when it comes to the free version of Atlas VPN, you do not get that. So with Atlas VPN, you definitely want to go premium when it's talking about split tunneling. And by the way, when it comes to split tunneling, a lot of VPNs don't even give you that option when you're paying for the VPN. So I really like that Atlas VPN has split tunneling available in its premium version. When it comes to server locations, there are 10x the number of server locations, or maybe even 11x when it comes to, different spaces you can be in with Atlas VPN Free and Atlas VPN Premium. So with the free version, it's just 3 server locations. With the premium version, it's over 35. When it comes to VPN, it's not worth it if it's going to take you a long time to do anything with that VPN, which is why we always do speed tests when we do reviews of VPNs. Now, we have lots of people doing speed tests. I've done it. Some of my coworkers have done it for Atlas VPN where they live, but I want to talk about what my speeds are like. So remember, well, at least today, I'm in Brooklyn. I'm doing it on my Verizon Fios, so fiber. It's pretty quick. And my regular download speed with stuff going on in the background in terms of like, you know, streaming and stuff going on in the house was download speed of 91.1 and upload speed of 47. So we're talking about megabits per second. So pretty quick, not bad. I'm happy with it. Doesn't bother. I'm always happy with how fast things are. But now let's talk about what it was like when I went to Paris through Atlas VPN. And when I went to Paris, I got a download speed of 72.6 and 47.8 megabits per second. So not too much of a drop off between my regular, which was 91 again, and 47 for download and upload respectively. I went to 72 and I kept the same upload speed of 47 going through Paris network. Now, of course, I was like, well, we've gone to Paris. Let's keep a Lupe Fiasco and do Paris, Tokyo. So Tokyo, or I got a download speed of 60, so not bad, and an upload speed of 38.7. So once again, definitely in the realm of like, okay, I'm happy with this. So when it comes to Argentina and Edge Uno, which is what I was using, it wasn't super fast. We had 51.1 megabits per second going through Buenos Aires, download speed, and an upload speed of just 11.9 with my speed test. Now, that was the slowest one that I ran into, and who knows why that is. Maybe Edge Network, you know how slow that is in the States. That could be the relationship there, but just wanted to point that out. And when I went to Brazil and Chile, the other 2 options, for Latin America, it was actually much faster. So just Argentina was that low. Now, I have to do my last one of New Zealand. Now, I just rewatched all of Tolkien films, or Peter Jackson's take on the Tolkien trilogy. So I did Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, Return of the King. And so let's look at Wellington, New Zealand, where I had a download speed of 60.8 megabits per second and an upload speed of 36.7. So rivaling Japan, almost as fast as Paris, and about, you know, half as fast or so of what I was getting here in New York. So generally speaking, pretty happy with my results. When the speed test with Atlas VPN, I'm not worried about missing anything, streaming any 4K from anywhere in the world. So here we are checking out the mobile application for Atlas VPN, and I'm immediately protected. You can swipe across, you can tap on it. Now I'm disconnected and you see these kind of frightening creatures. And I want to go back to being connected just because I don't want to see that. And look at this little superhero here to help me. Now I can jump into any other space, Argentina, for example, and I can, now I'm connected to Argentina, Japan. Those are all at the bottom. Those are things that I've gone to relatively recently. You know, you see me swipe across France. I had Czech Republic and others on here, but you get the idea. They make it really easy for you to connect and disconnect as soon as you open up that app. Now, if I tap on a little home figure, you can see the data is safe. So full protection is on in terms of tracker blockers, data brokers, advertisers, malware, all blocked, data breach monitor. You know, have I resolved on my data breaches? And I also have protect my devices where I can shield all my various devices. Now, this is great because it allows you to send a link to those devices. So if I were to go, for example, to my iPad, after sending myself this link, it would go ahead and protect this. It would download itself, start protecting that device. So they make it really easy for you to kind of just go around, no password stuff. Just go into your email on your various devices and you'll be good to go. So overall, really great just user experience with those major features. And let's go look at the settings. So if you go to general, you note that you can decide whether or not you want to auto connect to the fastest, the nearest, your preferred location directly when you jump into the app. You have various quick connect options, kind of similar to auto connect. And then you have kill switch. So you want to kill switch to be on to ensure that if something happens to that, you're going to not just be open out there on the internet at that point. Now I'm using WireGuard because it's the fastest. It's using, you know, state-of-the-art cryptography as they state, but they also have IPsec, IPv2 as options when it comes to your VPN protocol. So generally speaking, pretty straightforward use of the application. So let me give my final thoughts on Atlas VPN. It is bringing a lot to the table. If you want something free, or if you want something not too expensive, Atlas VPN has got you covered. They're going to give you a number of premium features like the data breach monitor, tracker blocker, things of that nature, along with WireGuard, so it's fast. So when you want to stream from various different services, they're going to not only allow you to stream, but stream quickly, and you can watch what you want to watch, because I know that's what a lot of people are here for. And just overall, a good experience when it comes to using an app. I don't even think about it. I have it on for hours. It's good. It's my background. Boom, Atlas. All right, folks, thanks for sticking with me through all of this look at Atlas VPN. If you want to get more, we all want more, go to Security.org. We've got digital security, home security, all kinds of things to make your life just that much smoother. And at the end of the day, you're going to come back to watch videos like this if you subscribe. So please go ahead and subscribe, drop us a comment, maybe give us a like, anything to help the channel out. At the end of the day, my name is Gabe. This is Security.org. Be secure.